Hello beautiful people, my name is Tua and welcome to the FinFreed corner, where we are all about changing our mindsets in order to change our lives. And we are officially kickstarting the business info series. And the reason why I have the business info series on my channel is because when I was starting my business back in 2019, I couldn't find enough information online about how to start a business or register a business in Namibia. And because I'm such a YouTube junkie, the first place I came to looking for information was YouTube, and I could not find anything that was informative for me. And that is why I decided, you know what, when I start my YouTube channel, I'm gonna have a little segment designated to business information. And as I learn, I will be sharing everything with you guys. And I just want you guys to also note that I'm not an expert when it comes to this. I'm also learning just like everybody else. So if there are any experts out there, please comment below and share what you know. All right, so let's dive right in. So we're going to look at the type of businesses you can register in Namibia. Now, I'd recommend you stay until the end, because at the end, I will share the type of business I opted for. All right, so there are three businesses that I'm aware of or familiar with. And that is a CC, which is a closed corporation, a sole proprietorship / defensive name, and a company. But today we are going to look at sole proprietorship and closed corporations, because those are the two that are common in Namibia. Sole proprietorship / defensive name / sole trader is a company or business that is owned by one person, and there's no legal distinction between the owner and the entity, which means that the owner and the business are one. And then we have a closed corporation, which is a company / business that is owned by multiple members or shareholders, and it is a legal person, which means that the company and the owners are separate. So let's look at the pros and cons of a sole proprietorship. The pros are it's easy and quick to register, it's cheap to register, and you can convert it from a sole proprietorship to a CC, closed corporation. The cons of a sole proprietorship is that there's no business continuity if the owner dies. There's no legal distinction between the business and the owner, which means that if the business is being sued, that means the owner is getting sued. It's renewable every 2 years. What that means is that your registration certificate expires after 2 years and you have to renew it. Okay, so let's look at the pros and cons of a closed corporation. One, there's business continuity, which means that the owner dies, the business still continues. Two, you don't have to renew it every 2 years like a sole proprietorship. And three, there is a legal distinction between the company and the owner. So let's look at the cons of a closed corporation. One, it's not easy and quick to register. Two, you need a consent letter from an accounting officer. And then three, you cannot convert it from a CC to a sole proprietorship. Let's say, for example, you register a CC and then you later find out that it doesn't suit your needs. You cannot convert it to a sole proprietorship. Please note that I'm only scratching the surface. If you need extensive or additional information, I'd advise that you do your own research. So in the beginning, I mentioned that I'll share with you guys the type of business I registered. I registered a sole proprietorship, and the reason why I did that is because one, it was quick and easy to register, and it was cheap. I paid around $500 to register my business. And then the other reason, which is the biggest reason, is that when it came to taxation, it made more sense for me to register a sole proprietorship as opposed to a closed corporation. So let's look at taxation for the two type of companies / businesses that you can register. When it comes to taxation, most corporations percentage is straightforward. It's 32%. So whether you have made $50 or $20 in your business, it's straightforward. You're paying the government 32% of your income. So when it comes to a sole proprietorship, tax is calculated differently. It varies depending on the income and is treated as individual tax, where it depends on the tax bracket you're in. So it's not, if you make $50, it's not automatic that you're going to pay 32%. But I also want to say that if you register a sole proprietorship and you are employed on a full-time basis, then what they do is they combine your income from your employer and the income from your business. They put it together and then they give you a percentage. So the other reason I registered a sole proprietorship is because I knew that in the first year of operating my business, I was not gonna make crazy amounts of money that's gonna make me exceed the 32% tax bracket. So when I do that, when I do hit 32%, that's the only time I'll convert from a sole proprietorship to a closed corporation. If you know of anyone that wants to start a business and they don't know where to start, please share this video with them. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.